I got a new video. Wow. Um, this one is actually a pretty good one. Not gonna lie. You remember a while ago? By the way, I had to get Ableton back up and running for this guy. I haven't been using Ableton in a while for routing, but I figured might as well go all the way with it, right? But anyway, this is my mic dry. It sounds like this. Sounds good to me. But there are problems with it, right? I have this little I can't find it. Well, it's an octave of that. But anyway, and it's an octave below that. Anyway, Coke can is what I call it, and that's in this. There's some muddiness. I'm a little nasally. I have a little, sibilance, boominess, you name it. All of this stuff is in everybody's voice. If it isn't obvious, we're doing General Processing Rack 2, by the way. Remember, I made General Processing Rack 1 a couple years ago. It sucked. Here's number 2. This one's a lot better. But let's go over what's in it. So first, gain staging. This is important. You want your level to be pretty good. Around -12, maybe, give or take. Up to as far as -8 before you do anything, right? I think it's important to get the level set first. So we have this little right? We got pre-gain. Now I put mine to 22. I think that's decent enough. Your mileage may vary. Then we have the first expander. Now the first expander is paired with the second expander. The second expander doesn't really. If you listen to the first one with it off, it really doesn't do anything. The second one. The second one is just to clean up any extra stuff. Now this first one is controlled by this expand knob. And you might be wondering, well, how do you dial it in? Well, what we do is we take a look at our level. And once you can see it's kind of bouncing around down there, that's about as good as it's getting dialed in. So that's where we have that, okay? Then we have a de-esser. Obviously, I have sibilance. So we have a de-esser. This, another really simple one, right? We're just going to dial that in until we hit a point where we're satisfied with. I think I like around -17 or so. So I'm going to do -17. Then we have EQ. Now, EQ is with this. This is how it sounds with the EQ on. This is where we have some of the major stuff. First, we have D-nose, right? I'm going to emphasize the, right? Those are the nasally frequencies. So we don't EQ, by the way, we don't really want to EQ with our eyes. I'm not saying, open this guy up and EQ with your eyes. So I would recommend you don't open up EQ8. You just use your ears. And remember the Coke can I was talking about? The right here? That's in a lot of people's voices as well. I'm thinking maybe around something like that. And again, you just use your ears. D-mud, right? That's this kind of nasty range. Again, we want to dial that in just with our ears, give or take a bit. D-boom, that's low boominess, low end. We want to dial that in with our ears as well. Just give it a listen, something like that. D-shrill is a little more subtle. That's up in the high frequencies. Again, dial it in with your ears, just kind of get it going, listen to it. And I like around there, give or take. Then we have the compressor. Now the compressor serves two functions. The compressor serves not only as a compressor, right, because we have a bunch of compressor, and our gain reduction, we do want to have this open. For our maximum speech, we probably want to be hitting around -5 at the most for gain reduction. But it also serves as our makeup gain, right? This serves as our final gain stage to really get that desired level, because I have a limiter at the end. We don't want to be slamming the limiter. You can see right there, that's no. So we want it to be, our normal speech, we want it to pretty much never see that moving. So something like that. Something like that's pretty fine. And that's it. That's the general processing rack 2. If we listen, this is how it sounds without it. It sounds good, but it's not perfect. This is how it sounds with it. What we can do is set that makeup gain to 0 so you can hear it without any gain staging. This is how it sounds without it. This is dry microphone, and this is how it sounds with it. This is not dry. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's going to be in the description. Thought I'd knock a new one out that is a little bit more adjustable. Just use your ears. Adjust these things as you see fit for your voice. And again, obviously, it's important to remember, this is not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. Your mileage may vary. It depends on your environment. It depends on your voice. It depends on many factors. The goal here is I've processed many voices, and I've found there to be pretty much always the same issues. Nasally, that Coke can thing I was talking about, muddiness, boominess, a little shrill, and obviously sibilance. That's really the major problems. And noise, we got the noise set up there. But it's very simple. Adjust your gain to a good level, dial the expander in, hit the de-esser, take care of any of the stuff that you might have in your voice. Maybe your voice doesn't have the nose issue. You don't have to use that. Maybe you don't have the Coke issue. If you don't have those things, just turn on, you can, we can set these down. To set this to 0 would be 100, pretty much. And obviously the rest of them, to set them to 0 would be 0. This one is a range because I had, I want to be able to emphasize those things so you can listen to them. But obviously just to reset it, you just put it around 100. You have to know if that's in your voice. You have to get your ears figured out. So being able to emphasize that and really listen to it is valuable. Anyway, that's it. Go download it if you want. If you don't need it, then that's good.